When you talk international classic, you're talking Nolan Swift. In 1960, he won his first international classic at Oswego. In a span of 18 years, he won 6 classics, the most ever by any racer. He spoke to Inside Supermodifieds recently about his career. Nolan Swift now gives us some insight on what makes the classic just that, a classic.
My mother always said, she said, Sonny, she called me Sonny. She said, I wish you wouldn't do that, she said. But every Sunday she'd read the paper, but she said to me, if you're going to do it, she said, when? She said, I went up there one time with your father to see you race, and she said, when I got home, she said I couldn't close my eyes all night long. That's the last time she was up there. Great lady. Everybody has ideas about perhaps going to Indianapolis. This is where the pot of gold was. But I always considered this classic my Indianapolis. And to win it 6 times was rewarding. It's quite an honor for people when you walk across the track and the announcer said, there goes Mr. Super Modified, you know. We was one of the ones that could make the transition from modifieds to super modifieds. And I guess that because we did this and was successful at it, probably more successful than most in the area, they tacked this name on you. Of course, I don't want to look like I'm bragging, I'm not, but it's what I believe. That a race driver is born. Ball players, they'll be in the International League for 4 or 5 years. They learn the game. They learn how to play baseball. Like race drivers, they learn how to drive. Some of them are natural. I call it born in the seat of your pants. Like A.J. Foyt, Andretti, Jeff Gordon today. Look what he's doing in NASCAR. This is built in the seat of his pants. Mainly, I'd like to feel that I created some enjoyment for them. And my fans really weren't as vocal as the people that was against me once we started winning. I'd like them to remember me as a clean race driver. I raced as clean as I knew how. The monetary values weren't there at the time. It's what you come away with in your heart. This was a knock-down, tumble business. I mean, you'd go in the pits out to Burt, and there'd be guys with a tire on them, you know, going after another driver. You run me off. I didn't want to be associated with it. I liked to race, but I really didn't want to be associated because I felt it hurt my business. But as years went on, the sport upgraded itself. I mean, where you have some real gentlemen drivers today, if not what it used to be. Jimmy was one of the drivers that he learned how to drive. He learned how to build a car. We were good friends, really good friends. That was an awful blow when he got in that accident at Oswego. I tempered the gas a little bit and just raced with him. We never talked about it. It was kind of an unspoken thing. But he knew what we were doing, and I knew what we were doing, and we just never talked about it. You know, we just did it. And it was great for the fans because Jimmy was coming along and beginning to win some races. I had won. And there was a span of 4 or 5 years there that him and I went head and head. They used to refer to us as Batman and Robin. Would you believe that? Bentley Warren, he's going to force me to get back into this probably. He's looking at that record of mine. I told him, I said, Bentley, do me a favor, don't do it, because I'll have to come back and see if I can. I'm only kidding, of course, but like A.J. Foyt put it, he said, winning isn't everything. But he said, losing is nothing. And he said, second place is losing. This is all right before you in a 5/8 of a mile. You see all the action, and it's a challenging track. I loved it.